Hello, students. Today we are going to start the next session of social studies where we will be learning about the Constitution of India. Now, let us learn about what the Indian Constitution is. The Constitution of India is a set of rules and laws according to which our country is governed, where on one hand it defines the position and powers of the three organs of the government, which includes the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. And on one hand, it explains the relations between the governments and the citizens, as well as the rights and duties of the citizens. Do you know why Indian Constitution is needed? Now you see, it's a long story. You all know that before gaining independence, India was ruled according to the laws passed by the British Parliament. After India got independence on August 15, 1947, our leaders felt that we, the Indians, should have their own rules and regulations. And owing to this, the Constitution of India came into being. The Constitution of India is the highest rule book which contains various rules and regulations according to which our country is governed, and it ensures effective governance. Now let's see how it was formed. After the independence of India, a constituent assembly was formed to frame the Constitution of India. Some prominent members were there, and these prominent members were Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Bhim Rao Ambedkar, and many others. Now, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was made the chairman of the drafting committee, and this drafting committee was set up to prepare the draft of our constitution. And then, after considering the various aspects and going through the constitution of the other countries like USA, UK, and Ireland, our drafting committee drafted the Constitution of India. And then, after the approval of the Constituent Assembly, the Constitution of India came into force on 26th January 1950. The 26th January is therefore celebrated as the Republic Day. Now, what is the nature of Indian Constitution? It's a written constitution, a written document, as the rules and laws are in the written form. It is the longest and the lengthiest constitution in the whole world, the most detailed in the entire world. It has 395 articles and 8 schedules. It is flexible in nature, which means it can be amended or checked or corrected by a simple majority of parliamentaries. Central as well as the state government governs the country. So this way our Constitution of India provides for a federal form of government too. The Constitution of India establishes a parliamentary form of government. The central government is answerable to the Parliament of India, which has 2 houses, the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Similarly, a state government is answerable to the state legislature, which may have 2 houses, the Vidhan Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad. Now, directive principles of state policy, which is also known as the guiding principles. The Constitution of India includes certain principles and ideals which the government of the day should follow and aim to achieve these principles. These guiding principles are called the directive principles of the state policy. The directive principles are mentioned in Part 4 of our Constitution within the Articles 36 to 51. And these were taken from the Irish Constitution, which include the principles promoting economic equality. That means it provides adequate means of livelihood for all the citizens. Equally, distribution of the wealth and resources of the country among all the citizens. To give equal pay for equal work to both men and women. To provide public assistance to the aged, to the sick, and the differently abled people. These were the principles promoting economic equality. Economic equality means the equality related to money, wages. Now, there were Gandhian principles. So, some ideas were of Mahatma Gandhi also. As a part of the directive principle, what they suggest the government is to provide free and compulsory education to children up to the age of 14. That means education is a must and each and every child has the right to study. So, and the next is to protect the children and youth from any kind of exploitation. Improve health and nutritional level of the people, to promote the weaker sections like the scheduled castes, the scheduled tribes, and to prevent the slaughter of animals and promote animal husbandry. Slaughter of animals, the animals which are eaten. Okay, they slaughtered the animals for food purpose. Prohibit the consumption of drugs that are injurious to health. Some general principles are there, and these principles suggest the government to set up a uniform civil code in the country, preserve and improve the environment, to protect the monument and other objects of national importance, and to promote international peace. Now see some fundamental rights. We'll talk about some fundamental rights. The Constitution of India guarantees some basic rights to the citizens of India. And these basic rights which are given to the citizens of India are called the fundamental rights. So, and these rights are called fundamental because they are necessary for the well-being of the citizens and their dignity, and which is vital for social progress as well as for smooth functioning of a democracy. These fundamental rights are the right to equality. Okay, right to equality, and that is given in Article 14 to 18 of our Constitution. So according to this right, all Indian citizens are equal before law and they should be treated equally in the eyes of law. What does it mean? It means no Indian shall be discriminated on grounds of caste, religion, race, gender, etc. Then we have the right to freedom, which is mentioned in Article 19 to 22 of our Constitution. And this right ensures civil liberty, which includes every person has the freedom of speech and to express themselves, freedom to assemble peacefully, freedom to form associations and unions, freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India, freedom to reside or settle in any part of the country, freedom to practice any profession, trade, or business which is lawful in nature. Right against exploitation is also in the fundamental rights. This right is given this right is given in Articles 23 and 24 of our Constitution. And this right bans forced labor which involves no or less payment for work. Everyone should get equal wages, equal payment. It also prohibits child labor by stating that no child below the age of 14 can be employed in any factory or mine, etc. Now there is right to freedom of religion also. The right to freedom of religion is mentioned in Article 25 to 28 of our Constitution, which states that every citizen is free to profess, free to practice, and free to propagate the religion of his or her choice. Then one fundamental right is cultural and educational right. And about this right is given in Article 29 and 30. These state that every community has a freedom to develop, preserve, and to promote its culture, language, and script. It also has the freedom to open and run its own educational institute. Anyone can open their own educational institute and run it without any problem. Right to constitutional remedies. This right is given in Articles 31 and 32 of our Constitution, which enables every Indian citizen to safeguard his or her fundamental rights. Every person can enjoy his or her fundamental right provided by the Constitution of India. Now, since we enjoy the fundamental rights, all Indian citizens need to perform some basic duties towards the state or country. Right? Now, these duties are called the fundamental duties. Rights and duties are like two sides of a coin, Now, and so you see that there are 10 fundamental duties, which are, as a citizen of India, all of us need to abide by the Constitution of India and uphold its ideals, institutions, and emblem. Okay, we should abide by the Constitution of India. Second point is that we should cherish. We need to cherish. In fact, we need to cherish and uphold the ideals like freedom, non-violence, democracy, secularism, etc., which inspired our freedom struggle. So we should be cherishing and upholding the ideals of the freedom struggle. We need to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India. We need to defend our country and render national service when called upon to do so. We should be ready to help our country. We need to promote harmony, spirit of brotherhood, and respect the dignity of women, which I think is quite important, to respect the dignity of women. We need to value and preserve our rich cultural heritage. We need to protect and improve the natural environment as well. We need to develop scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and reform. We need to strive for excellence in all spheres. Here we finish the chapter. This is all for today. Have a nice day.